That selection has unified the evangelicals. It's electrified them. I'm astounded myself as what it's done, but all across the country, all of a sudden, people who were lukewarm to McCain are just red hot for the ticket. And I think it was a brilliant move on his part. You know, Soledad, I honestly believe, when I heard last night, she's the most exciting Republican politician since Ronald Reagan. I am astounded at her abilities.
Do you think the selection of her makes up for those lukewarm feelings, as you call it, for John McCain?
Yeah. Without question, because this shows who he wants, the kind of person he wants with him, and some who share his values. And we weren't quite sure what his values were, but now he's saying loud and clear, this is what I want, and we're delighted.
What do you think is behind the waning sway, as you called it in your email, that you've seen in the last years?
Well, during the Bush administration, I don't believe that the grassroots of the party has been exactly activated. You know, it was like a vacuum cleaner taking money out of the program. I mean, Bush was a great fundraiser, but he got it all for his campaign, and as a result, the evangelical groups, like I headed the Christian Coalition, have sort of been allowed to wither on the vine. But, and so the evangelicals just weren't excited about any of these candidates. But now they're excited. They honestly are going to get out and work. These next 60 days are going to be electric.
Oh, I tell you, I agree with you on that. It is going to be so interesting to watch. Let me ask you a question. We're going to be busy, you and me. Let me ask you a question about climate change, because you have called for both Republicans and Democrats to come together to work on this issue. There's a quote from Governor Palin when talking about global warming that says this: "I'm not one who attributes it to being man-made." Is that a big stumbling block into solving a problem that most scientists would tell you is man-made?
Well, science is divided on that. I just, you know, I did a spot. Al Gore called me. Al's a friend, and he said, "Would you do a spot for me?" So I was on, as you know, with a very interesting figure, and we did a spot. But the main thing I was saying is we need to take care of our environment. We can't pollute the environment. We can't pollute the streams. We can't pollute the air. And we can't be always burning these fossil fuels that are causing all this carbon release in the atmosphere. And I believe that. Now, whether or not it's causing what's known as global warming, we're not really sure. But I'm concerned about the planet. We've misused it terribly.